Hello, everybody. This is the Based Boys podcast, first episode, first installation of the Based Boys podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Jacob.
Yeah,
And
I'm the
my
other
co-host here is
host. Yeah, my name's Harrison.
Yep.
I like beans and eggs primarily.
Tremendous
It's a
fact,
hobby.
brother. Okay. To be quite honest with you, we don't really know what we're doing. We have we don't have a lot of solid plans yet.
We're
trying
also
to figure
very
out.
stupid, and
Yes, we're trying to figure out how our camera system is going to work for recording video. A little thirsty there. So we're just going to be like a talking podcast probably. I don't know.
I don't know. We're just two boys that are based.
I'd say men.
Well, then why do we call the podcast Based Boys?
Because based man-child doesn't sound the same as...
Based man-child. Our minds are like children, but
Check out this crack, brother.
Oh, that sounded amazing in the headphones.
It did.
But our minds, they're like the minds of a 2-year-old.
Sometimes.
When we're acting mature, but our stature is like that of the Giga Chad.
Yes. You'll see when we get the video.
Yeah, when we get the video.
What you drinking over there?
Oh, just Red Bull watermelon flavor.
So that brings us to our first... No, I'm just kidding.
We are not sponsored by anything we drink, nor anything we eat or use.
Or talk about yet.
Or talk about yet.
We'll make sure you know when we're sponsored. I don't like that.
That's my water bottle lid.
Yeah, I got a Thermo Performance Energy Rockstar beverage.
That's pretty good. 0 sugar. That means it has the fake sugar and stuff that's gross.
I don't know.
See, okay, so like the one problem, I know everybody loves G Fuel, but the one problem I have with G Fuel is it does have that like fake sugar stuff, so it's like, and that stuff gives me headaches because I'm weak. So
Not sponsored. By the way.
not sponsored. Yeah, so we pretty much don't even know what we're gonna talk about yet. We're just kind of talking, you know.
Yeah, no shot. We have no clue. We had made a list of things we wanted to bring up. We'll probably...
True, but most of them we will probably bring up when we have like video, so that we can actually like watch stuff during the podcast and we'll have video of us.
Do some reaction.
Unfortunately for you guys, but I don't know. What's the first thing you want to talk about there, Jacob the host?
Jacob the host. I do not want to be known as that, probably.
Well, why'd you say that?
I don't know.
Okay. Well.
I thought you were going to say, I'm Harry the host, or something as well.
No, I have never referred to myself as that.
What a shame. So, what do we want to talk about? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
I kind of forgot.
We should probably do that before
true.
Before all of our listeners leave.
Yes. Let's talk about what we've been watching on TV.
Ooh.
Do you want to go first?
Yeah. Yeah, okay, so... Okay.
Outer Banks, Season 2.
Oof. So, here you have, like...
Let's not give out any, like, super strong spoilers.
No, we won't give, like, any bad spoilers. It's just... There probably will be some spoilers, though, so... don't stop listening, though. Keep listening.
If you don't want it to be spoiled, you could skip ahead a little bit, but don't.
We don't recommend it because
we got to get that listen time.
Those listen times, yeah.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, so we watched OBX2. I think the day it came out, and we finished it within 24 hours, under 24 hours. But I mean that wasn't a mistake or anything. It was pretty good, but like I think it was good and it was not.
There was definitely, yeah, it was
like like there's so much. Okay, so like the suspense, like just like with season 1, was like really good, but one of the problems I have with it is there's a lot of cringe per se.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm trying to think of even something to bring up, but so that I can like without spoiling anything major.
I think it's pretty consistent in both seasons. Kiara, she's a really cringe character.
Yeah.
It's I don't know. It's not like.
By the way, I'm looking up on YouTube. Alex Myers, this guy, I don't know who it is, but this guy named Alex Myers has a minute that is precisely 11 minutes and 11 seconds long, and the title is Outer Banks is a Weird Show with some weird cartoon thing on it.
Oh.
So I might watch that and I might not. But anyway, yeah, one of the that is the character everyone hates in the show that wishes wasn't there. I mean, I guess that's probably like part of her role too.
Oh yeah.
Like that's probably part of her character, but at the same time it's just really freaking annoying and it pisses me off.
Yeah. I think she definitely ruins a lot of things, as you'll see when you watch season 2, you'll realize how short the series could be without her.
Yeah, true. That's what I was gonna say. But like, it could be like freaking like 3 episodes or 2 episodes long, but I mean, like she literally drags out the show. She makes it a 10 episode series or whatever it is.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that kind of makes it interesting. I mean, if you only had 2 episodes, that probably wouldn't be.
Probably.
Waiting a year and a half or so for the next season from season 1.
Yeah. And I guess another thing too is like there are definitely some parts that you will probably not see coming. Like especially near the or on the last episode.
Yes, very last episode, last scene.
Pretty
insane.
Pretty insane, yeah.
But
I mean, I would recommend anybody watch it. Like well, unless you're like young. Like I wouldn't. Yeah, there are some bad parts in it, so
they're allowed at least one profane word.
Yeah, pretty much.
4 letters long in each episode, so they use it, but
well, yeah, I mean it's like one F-bomb you get. Yeah. Like and then like 3 S words or something like that. It's like it's weird TV rules, but technically it's like rated TV 14 or like what it would be the equivalent of like PG-13. Yeah. But yeah, just be prepared to cringe at times. Just
yeah, I'd say. Am I just gonna say I'd say a lot? I feel like it.
I'd say.
Oh,
Well, okay. I would say. This is what I would say if I was gonna say something right now.
Okay. Oh boy. Can we start over? No, I'm just kidding.
No.
So, yeah, one thing that I saw added to the cringe of just the general OBX universe is how they promote it on social media.
Oh, like their Instagram?
It's just really cringe.
I did fall into the cringe one time, and I sent Jacob and our friend a message on Instagram. I shared one of the OBX posts with them. And they were just cringing at me. Yeah. I was like, well, I might want to die now.
So true.
Because I don't like to be cringy. It's not a goal of mine. But it does happen quite often as I...
Yeah, it was that post with Rafe and his dad. So Rafe is obviously in season 2. And he's
okay, I think we can say this without spoiling anything. Like, he gets really insane. Like, if you thought he was, crackhead bad in the first season, it gets way worse.
Yeah. He's just, he's wildly in love with his dad.
He's
a middle school boy almost.
Trying to constantly impress his dad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Except,
needing
I'd say worse.
Or something, yeah.
Oh, gosh. There's, okay, and there's, times where, he kisses the dad kisses Rafe on the head.
Yeah, that was so weird.
It's cringe. It's really cringe, but, it's if you've ever watched Meat Canyon on YouTube, I don't recommend it necessarily, but...
Not at all, actually.
Yeah, but... let's just say there is my boy. Come on, Dad.
No. Leave it at that.
That was just a
No.
oh.
So yeah.
Yeah. So there's a video that's quite closely related on YouTube. Let's say.
Oh yeah.
Let's just say it's not straight.
Oh.
Don't want to get canceled right away.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, gotta wait at least 50 or
50
so
episodes till we have like supporters.
Or we have sponsors that'll pay us to say things they want, and then we'll just say what we want. Just kidding. To any future sponsors, we will not be doing that. We will be endorsing your brand. Appropriately.
And quite epically, I might say. So we could make some pretty epic trailers, I think. Commercials.
So true.
You know, I think someone who makes really good commercials, like obviously there's like people like Cody Co, like he makes pretty good, like he's commentary, you know, like he makes pretty good sponsor videos. But I think one of the ones that makes really good ones is Danny Gonzalez.
Yeah, Danny and Drew Gooden does pretty good.
Except Drew's just so weird.
He's cursed.
It's like his sense of humor, like I feel like he hates everything at all times, which I mean I guess isn't not
That's
unlike
part of
me.
his shtick.
Yeah, but at the same time it's like kind of he's not weird, it's just his personality is very unique.
True. Badlands Chugs with his Manscaped ads. He just raps about the Weed Whacker 4.0 and stuff.
Oh gosh. Well, he's got a lot of surface area to clean up.
Oh, jeez.
he's got a lot of things to take care of, let's say.
Surely all that drinking of liquids
can't be healthy.
Contributes to it too.
Oh.
But yeah, we're gonna get creative with ads. Hopefully, see what we can do.
Yeah, if anybody's listening to this right now, G Fuel perhaps. I know you pretty much only sponsor like PewDiePie is like the big one, but we're pretty big too.
Oh yeah, we're huge. I mean, size wise.
Yes, and like height.
Yeah, you'll see in the video how absolutely booming in stature we are.
Yeah, we're it's frankly incredible.
Yes.
Yeah, but like honestly, you could expect great things out of us sponsors. Probably should just sponsor us, honestly. But anyway, yeah, all that to say, OBX is cringe.
Yeah.
It's more cringe than season 1 too. Like,
so my thoughts are this.
What are your thoughts?
Here's what I think.
Okay. Please share. Oh gosh, sorry about that.
Our soundproof table.
That is our. This
no
is
headphone warning.
Okay, I'm not even. Okay.
Am I really loud in your headphones?
No.
I'm like in mine. I'm super loud in my headphones.
Oh. Well, like, okay, I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it. Our setup right now is pretty garbage.
We're trying to, in the words of Dave Ramsey, the great financial advisor, we're balling on a budget. For sure.
I also heard someone else say that who was quite cringe.
I did as well. Let's go into that in a later episode.
Oh,
perhaps.
But we're not going to mention any names. The only... Okay. Our goal...
It's okay. It's the first podcast. It's got to be scuffed.
Yeah, it's like... Yeah. Eventually maybe we'll have like a really cool studio or something. I don't know. Have some guests on. We'll definitely have guests on. We already have plans on that.
True. Yeah, I was going to talk about that, but I lost my train of thought.
Anyway, what are your thoughts? You were talking about thoughts on OBX.
Oh, yeah. So, I liked the action in Season 2 a little bit more than Season 1, just because it's like... Oh, it wasn't as much... I don't know. It didn't seem like it was as much cringe, like high school drama, relationship stuff. One of our friends thought it was... But I didn't see that as much, it seemed like.
It was a very rare thing in Season 2. But when it was there, it was bad.
It was definitely it was definitely bad when it was there. The whole thing with Pope and Kiara is just like nice. Keep that in the podcast.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Ooh. But yeah, the whole thing with Kiara and Pope, that's just cringe. It's really. Is that how we're gonna talk about things? We're just gonna say, yeah, that's cringe.
Yeah,
that's based.
No, it's either based or it's cringe. I mean, that's pretty much usually how you go about it. But like, okay, actually, speaking of cringe, we do also plan to hopefully at some point get a not like a segment. Like, it's not going to be like, we don't want this to be a podcast where there's like
it's not going to be structured.
Like, where it's like, hey guys, welcome back to the Bass Boy Podcast. I'm your host. Like in the first few episodes, we'll like mention all that stuff, but then it's just gonna be like cold opening. I don't know.
Just be like, so did you hear about Bofa?
Or perhaps Mike.
Oh.
Or perhaps.
Did you hear about Ligma?
Oh yeah, the Ligma variant.
Yeah, the Ligma variant.
Virant? Did I just? Oh my gosh!
The Virant. Nice.
The Ligma Virant.
So true.
So obviously one of us. Okay, so I'm gonna throw this out there.
Mm-hmm. You were talking about the.
No, I'm gonna throw something else out real quick.
Oh boy.
So one of us. Oh, that's so bad.
Yeah, the volume on our recording thing just maxed out at that level.
Oh, it's been maxing out a lot.
Yeah.
Here, let me get a quick sip of that.
Brother, you're dripping.
Okay.
You just learned how to drink today?
Let me just throw this out there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have a for the listeners.
Throw it.
Okay, it will be viewers soon. Like I said, like we'll get the camera set up. But anyway, for the listeners,
mm-hmm.
I have a question for them. I have a guess. One of us was homeschooled. One of us was not. Guess which one was homeschooled? Is it A, Harrison, or is it B, Jacob? You can just go ahead and. Oh yeah, we'll have a Instagram too. So. Instagram is Based Boys Podcast.
All underscore, not the capitals.
Yeah,
matter anyway,
all lowercase.
No spaces.
No spaces. It's just Based Boys Podcast. So make sure you give us a follow.
Give follow.
Follow. That'd be an epic follow. But
and whatever you're listening to this podcast on.
True.
Give it a follow perhaps.
True. Spotify.
Get notifications.
Apple Podcasts.
If we have this on YouTube, you can hit that notification bell
to give.
Donate to us on Venmo. Actually, we don't have a Venmo, but maybe
we will set up a Venmo.
We'll set up a Venmo to.
It'll probably just be at Bass Boys Podcast. Like,
so
that'll
true.
probably be everything across the board, or we'll try and make it that way. But what was I even talking about?
Oh, the segment.
Oh yeah. So like, anyway, we don't want to have it like structured, but like we will have a time where we're like, all right, we're gonna look at some cringe today. Like, we'll kind of have like a cringe of the week thing,
mm-hmm.
but it's not gonna be like we're going to focus on this cringe.
Yeah, we're basically just gonna sort of talk about.
It's just kind of hang.
Yeah, just kind of conversate mostly.
Like gentlemen.
Yes, like sophisticated fillers.
Like a conversating.
Yeah, and we do work together, so we talk enough, but I think we should try to like minimize the memes that we discuss so that we save them for the content.
Yeah, absolutely. But like, I think like oh, that sounded nice.
FBI, open up.
Oh gosh. Please don't eat any talkies right now.
This is a talkie consumption ASMR. I'm reaching in the bag. Oh, it's so loud.
It sounds so bad in the headphones. Like, it sounds good, but it's bad at the same time. We'll just leave that for later.
Ooh.
But, yeah, I don't know. That's pretty much the podcast so far. Part of the thing I'm actually most excited for is, like, having guests on.
Yeah.
But like, okay, Jacob, would you mind sharing with us? By the way, are you comfortable sharing your last name on this podcast?
Sure, why not?
Okay.
I don't need to stay anonymous.
Ehrlich. I'm Harrison Zeller. So anyway, so Jacob Ehrlich, please share with us, what is the thing you're looking forward to the most in this podcast?
Yes.
Yeah, I like that answer.
Yeah, so I would agree with my co-host in the shotgun seat. I'm just kidding, we're not doing that.
And riding.
No, don't. But yeah, I'm pretty hyped for hosts. We definitely have some connection.
Your head for guests.
Yeah, guests. Yeah, but for some guests that we could get on. We're both into like the Christian hip hop sort of music scene, so maybe get some smaller artists on that want to promote themselves on our massive platform.
That is another thing that we'll probably be talking about. Is like, okay, I'm gonna say this straight up. Like, we are most definitely not theology majors. We hardly know anything about theology, like comparative wise. Like but we like talking. We like talking about theology and like discussing it. So, I mean, we'll be talking about like biblical, theology, like talking about different things. It probably won't be like the main focus or anything.
It'll definitely be an underlying.
But we'll talk about things like that. So yeah, we're a couple of based Christian boys. Yeah, over here, Christ follower gang. Yeah,
we just kind of want it to be like we're saved. We're saved, like we said before, like a conversation, just
like
about
we said,
things that we talk about normally that everyone thinks they have good ideas to talk about. So
yeah. I don't know. We're not that smart either, so it's not like, frankly, we're quite dumb in the head, but
yeah. Speaking of theology, you want to talk about who we saw?
Oh, epic.
Yeah.
Yeah, we saw, so we have a friend, if any of you guys know who James White is, Dr. James White.
Yes.
I think his middle name starts with an R or something. Middle initials an R, I think.
I couldn't tell you.
I could be wrong, no. We do have a friend, though. You know who you are out there if you're listening to this. Correct us if his name... actually, yeah, go ahead and keep talking. I'm actually going to look up what his...
Yeah. So, our friend is very into the Dividing Line podcast.
True.
Which is hosted
It is R, by the way. It is R.
Yeah, which is hosted by Dr. James White. And he's a very, very wise scholar. Very based. He knows Greek fluently, so he can make really, really good commentary on...
He reads the Bible in Greek.
Yeah, he actually reads it in Greek for his sermons and then translates it as he preaches, which is pretty epic. But yeah, we got the opportunity to go with our friend who follows him much closer than we both do. And we saw him in Boulder.
Of all places?
Yes. The Blue County of Boulder.
The Cringe County, the California of Colorado. Even though Colorado's pretty much California already.
So true.
But we don't want to get into politics, so...
But, yeah, we're going to avoid politics. It's already talked about enough.
Yeah, it will probably happen at some point, but it won't be, like, in-depth or anything.
Yeah. Yeah. Politics are... Yeah. Anyway. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. So, yeah, we saw James White. It was actually a church service. It wasn't like a conference or anything, but he had a conference, I think, the Thursday or Tuesday before we went. And, ooh.
I like that red.
Red lighting, huh? Shame they can't see it. Anyway. Yeah, he talked about... Well, you can explain what he talked about.
Yeah, so mainly he talked about, like... What did he preach on?
It was...
I know... I know this. Ooh.
Interesting lighting.
Ooh, it's flashing.
Yeah, let me just pull it up, because I highlighted it.
Well, okay.
The
I bet I can pull it up faster.
Section that he was speaking from.
I bet I can pull it up faster.
But he talks a lot about modern issues in the church specifically, and
True. Okay, so he preached on Matthew 11:25 through 30.
yes, I just found it.
And, 20, he kind of talked about, like, 28 through 30, I think it is, or, like, the last 2 or 3 verses of that passage are talking, it's like the famous verse, like, all who are weary, come to me, and I will give you rest, for easy is my yoke, and my burden is light, or something like that.
Yes.
I don't know it by heart, obviously, but...
Yoke is easy and burden is light.
Yeah. So, he talked on that, he's like, a lot of people like this verse, and because it's, like, soft, right? But then he talked about how the context of that is judgment from God. But, yeah, it is just really good, honestly.
Yeah. And, yeah, he preaches... Is it called expository preaching?
It's expository, yeah.
Where you go verse by verse, explain the verse, explain its context, and explain
and then you
how it
apply
applies.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So very, very, very good. I really liked it. It was definitely refreshing.
True.
To the soul. And I sung some hymns. I found a new favorite hymn. Yet not I, but Christ in me.
Yeah, true. I love that song. Yet not I, but Christ through me.
Yes.
But yeah, it's really nice because, like, we go to a church, and can we say what church we go to? Do you think where it is? I don't think it matter. No.
Nah, it doesn't matter.
That we say it?
I don't think so. I don't think it matters if we say it.
Okay.
We're not that big.
No. But we go to a church in Eaton, Colorado called EFC of Eaton. That's Echo, Fart.
What? Oh, you're spelling
Confused of Eaton.
Every father.
EATON.
Every father.
That's Echo, Apple.
What? Echo.
Tiana.
That's not the right.
Ocean.
No. Oh, you're spelling Eaton now.
Yeah, I'm spelling Eaton.
It's EATON.
Yeah, EATON. But anyway, we go to this church called EFC of Eaton in Eaton, Colorado. And, like, our pastors are, like, super based. They're super epic, and they always give good sermons.
Very faithful servants.
True. But, like, they're not, like, expository preachers, which isn't a bad thing. I'm not saying it is. They preach, like, by subject, I think. I don't know what the technical word is, but it's because expository preachers are kind of rare nowadays.
Yeah. So
it's just always cool to hear an expository preacher. Again, I'm not saying that that's the only way to preach, but it is nice to hear it because I just like expository preaching too. It's pretty good. But yeah, and so so our friend that told us about it too and took us, like I said, like he's like a very big fan of him, but he
introduced you.
Yeah,
him,
he's met. Yeah, he introduced me, but like he's met him 3 times in person now, and hasn't like talked like a whole lot. But so basically, he basically he was talking to a lot of people for probably like 30 minutes after the service.
Oh yeah.
And then we were like kind of waiting to last so we could kind of like talk to him and ask him more questions and have more time to talk to him. And then we went up to him and he
gotta go.
Yeah, he's like, gotta go. So like I walked out the door to like go do something, I can't remember what it was, and he was still standing at the door talking to people. So I was like, hey, I know you really want to leave, but can I just have a quick picture? And he's like, oh, okay, fine. Boy. But yeah, he's really chill about it. He's like, and then he took a picture with me, and I was like, hey, I'm going to be doing ministry to a lot of Catholics soon. And he's like, oh yeah, you should, I was like, I think I'm going to pick up your book. He has a book called The Roman Catholic Controversy. Yeah. But, yeah, it's a really good book. From what I've heard, I haven't read it yet. But I think I need to pick that up and read it. And he was like, yeah, you should probably do that. Shameless promotion.
Yeah.
Dr. James White.
Yeah, but he actually parked like 2 parking spots away, and he said, my truck's bigger than yours, to our friend, because it's his
totally roasted
bigger GMC. And he was like, That's what you're supposed to talk about, right? It's men's.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yes, very good preaching. Very refreshing. And obviously we're very small podcast, but we would love to have Dr. James White on.
James, if you're listening right now,
Dr. James, sir.
Yeah, Dr. James White, if you are listening right now, we will bring you on this podcast
for free.
No, I'm just kidding. We will pay you probably some sort of funds. It probably won't even be that big. But we would love to have you on, and like you can preach a sermon, you can talk about whatever. I really don't care what you talk about.
Maybe even just have a conversation, talk about biking.
True.
Some of your hobbies.
That's pretty sick. He does actually like insane biking.
Yeah,
like
he was
literally like top notch.
75-mile bike ride on one of his podcasts in Colorado. That he did a ride near Vail, I think. But yeah.
It's pretty insane. But yeah, Dr. James White.
We'd love to have you
hit
on.
Us up. I'm sure you
went on the Babylon Bee podcast,
so now you move to ours. We're the next
level up for sure.
True.
With our zero
but yeah,
monthly listeners currently.
True. Until we explode.
Yeah, so true. We're gonna blow up, hopefully.
Yeah. But yeah, so like
we'd be honored to have you on.
So
and
true.
even if you want to bring Pastor Jeff Durbin,
on as well. We don't discriminate.
No.
In the Reform Circle.
We love Jeff Durbin as well. And while we're at it, let's just invite every Reformed preacher.
Dr. Stephen Lawson. Perhaps Paul Washer.
Perhaps even John MacArthur.
Perhaps John Calvin.
That
probably wouldn't be good.
That would be sort of hard to do.
That'd be a little iffy.
Yeah.
I finished my Red Bull. That's good stuff.
This Rockstar Thermo thing is supposed to make you, heat up. So you burn calories. And I'm getting a little warm. I don't know if it's the room that we're in, but...
We also are wearing a jacket, so...
It's a sweatshirt.
Okay, so... We want to talk about our next subject of cringe.
What would that subject be? Because
TikTok.
Yeah. Oh, TikTok.
I hate and I love this app.
There's definitely a lot of good and bad that comes out of it.
It's kind of like OBX, honestly. Like, you get some good, you get some bad. You kind of just get both.
Unlike the human heart and its condition, there is some good that comes out of it.
Yeah, it's like the human heart, right? You have good and you bad, but mostly the world corrupts you and makes your heart bad, right?
Is that what they say?
That's what they say. It's not what God says.
So true.
Read the Bible, y'all. Heart's deceitfully wicked.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like TikTok is discussed a lot already.
Okay, but if we're talking about wicked hearts, you just go to TikTok and you see the wicked hearts.
Yeah.
I mean, just go anywhere, I guess, but especially that's cringe.
Yeah, there's. If that's a song, we might get copyright strikes for it.
Frick, I might have to mute that. Let me see if there's something that's not copyright striked. Play some.
You're just gonna play audio.
Play some good audio.
No video context.
That's pretty good. Yeah, no video. We'll put the video in eventually, like we said. But right now you just get memes with.
Yeah. So let's talk about the pros and the cons of TikTok. I'll start with the pro because I was thinking about it and I don't want to forget about it in my train of thought. So, one thing that I've seen come out of the app.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Pretty good impression.
Anyway.
Bring SpongeBob fans out there. Pretty epic.
One thing that I've seen come out of it is, we were talking about this before we started filming, how quickly people blow up on TikTok. Random people. One of the Christian artists that we listen to, Henrik Holdecki. I don't know how to say his last name. Someone who we'd also love to have on the podcast, I think.
And Henrik.
he blew up like out of nowhere. I remember his second song was just popped off somehow, and he like a quick rocket start.
Also,
the Christian hip hop industry because of TikTok.
Speaking of Christian hip hop, drop the album, Kanye.
Drop the album.
What the frick? Why haven't you done so? Freaking narc.
Hopefully, so I just read a thing too that said he's pushing it back another week. He was gonna drop it tonight, but now it's speculated that he's gonna drop it on August 22nd.
Why would you even do that? I guess for press. I don't know.
Or I don't.
That's pretty cringe though. I gotta say, Kanye, that's a little unbased.
Yeah, we have Kanye.
By the way, we'd love to have Kanye West on the show. Even Kanye East.
I don't know about East. That could go chaotic pretty fast. But, Kanye obviously dropping Donda. Drop it, perhaps.
Drop the Donda.
Andy Mineo.
Ooh,
Drop Neverland 2, please, soon.
Sheesh. Coming to Colorado.
And What Up RG needs to drop California.
Okay, I gotta be honest though, I'm not a big fan of What Up RG.
I haven't listened to his stuff for a while, but hopefully
he shows up,
comes
in
back
album.
on the scene.
Be pretty epic. I mean, like, it's not that he doesn't have good songs. It's just not my style as
really
much.
Good. Yeah. You need to stop drinking, brother.
No.
We're at 37 minutes almost.
Yeah, we got like 24 at least.
It seems like it's going by fast though, so.
That's true. Anyway, drop that Donda though.
Drop those albums, boys, please.
Andy, we'd love to have you on the show. What Up RG, we'd love to have you.
Yeah. Anyone who's popular, just follow the Based Boys podcast and then say that you would like to be on the show.
We will
Reach
pay
out,
you
definitely.
money.
I don't know if we'll pay them money.
We won't pay you that much money.
You'll get
you
promoted on our massive audience. Which who knows? By the time this, gets on the mainstream, we could have like thousands.
Well, we'll talk about this every episode. We'll say everybody's welcome.
Yeah,
not everybody.
We do really want to have guests. We have some of our homies, some of the boys, do want to be on it.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the boys are going off to college, but we are staying in the same location for now. But they might tune in from their college locations, hopefully tell us what's going on.
True, Merc.
And you get to listen to all of it. You get to be a little fly on the wall and hear what we're talking about.
We might even... Excuse me.
Oh.
Excuse me.
Oh.
We might even have them... We might even have them go out and do some street interviews. Because, we got... One of them's going to be in Montana, a couple of them in South Dakota, like the worst winter states you could choose. For some reason they chose those. But
one of the friends in our group is going to Arizona. Perhaps she'll interview Jeff Durbin remotely for us.
True!
When she attends Apologia.
She needs to go to Apologia. We're recommending it strongly.
Yes, she's going to GCU for college. So we do hope that she gets to
attend Apologia.
Yes.
Church. Pretty based, but
that would be sick if we could have an interview or something.
Honestly, like we could even take the show on the road.
We could, but I'd be kind of scuffed. Well, basically our system right now, without the camera, is just a computer
and a microphone,
a headphone splitter, and a microphone.
And we do have props and stuff. Like, what do you call this?
It's a
stencil.
No. I forget. It's like a marquee.
Yeah, we have a marquee that says like, and it will probably have different episode names on them and stuff.
Based Boys Episode 1.
It's pretty sick.
But
I honestly wish we could have got the camera working. Like, it is actually kind of difficult to figure out how to set up certain things.
Yeah, there's confusing programs.
It is very actually confusing because like, okay, so like, we were working with, shout out to Jeff.
Yeah, shout out Jeff. Thank you.
Shout out Jeff
for all your help.
I don't even know. I'm not going to say his last name because
he probably doesn't want to promote it
I
yet.
don't know if he doesn't. I don't know if he wants his last name in here, so we're just going to leave it for now. But J-Man, pretty epic. He's like actually one of the coolest dads I've ever met too.
Super cool dad.
Like, you have like, you'll have those dads and those Yeah, true. You have those dads that are like super epic, that are like that just are super chill with all the boys.
Yeah.
They're like, "What up?" He's like,
What up,
every
boys?
time we see him, he's like, "What up, boys?"
Yeah.
Like, "Yo,
Very chill dad.
J-Man, what up?" Yeah. So.
Yeah, he's working with us to figure out how we're gonna do a camera and use your phone to
True.
as our main camera, so we don't have to buy some expensive camera. Because the iPhone cameras are actually pretty swell quality.
Yeah.
But
yeah, we got it to a point where it started working. The camera was kind of slow and laggy, but like it did start working. And then we got to like our filming location, and like just stopped working for some reason.
yeah,
So
might be
that's why we don't
something
have
with
a camera.
our Wi-Fi where we are, but we're gonna try to get that figured out by the next episode, hopefully.
True, but until we get it figured out, I mean, we're still gonna roll out. Like if we can get it figured out, we're gonna
get that next step.
we're just gonna keep going with audio until we can get the camera thing
Mhm.
figured out. And hang on, somebody just texted me. Yeah, this is important. I must text while I'm podcasting.
Oh.
Is it bad that I was scrolling Instagram earlier during the podcast?
Yeah, probably.
Probably, yeah. Just gotta check our social medias real quick.
You gotta check my Bible app streaks mostly.
Okay, that's actually one of the streaks I don't keep going because I hardly ever use the Bible app, like
Yeah.
unless I'm at church or something, because I just bring my phone to church. But like,
I found that out very recently. It's a lot more helpful, at least for me, to use just a paper Bible because it's, it's a physical. Chill.
water didn't. Water.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Water went down the wrong pipe. That was cringe. Anyway, like you were saying.
What was I saying?
Sorry for your ears,
Oh
by
yes.
the way.
Yeah, I like the physical Bible. 'Cause you can like hold it, and also James White talks about this. Shout out back to James White. But in the time that we possibly have our technology controlled, which might be sooner than we think, we don't want to rely on a electronic device for our Bible when we can have a physical one that we can memorize just as well.
And like the other thing I found out, it's like it's very easy to get distracted while you're like doing devotions and
Mhm.
stuff like on your phone, because like everything's on there, like social media, and like you get like notifications for all that too. Like I mean, I know you can turn on Do Not Disturb, but it's still like you swipe.
Yeah.
If you have an iPhone, you swipe up and then boom, you can click on whatever app you want. So it's kind of distracting. So like when you just put your phone aside and you just open the paper Bible, it's a lot better.
Yeah. Speaking of paper Bibles, let us know down in the comments, or
On Spotify.
just send us a quick message.
Send it, yeah, just go to Instagram. We'll set up an email probably at some point too.
Yeah, you can send in your questions, comments, concerns, laments, recipes,
Conundrums.
conundrums, quiffs.
Like, okay, honestly, one of my
Quips.
favorite podcasts is Wretched Radio.
Wretched Radio with Todd
Wretched Radio. I can't do his voice.
This is Wretched Radio.
With Todd Friel.
Todd Friel, we'd love
Freakishly
to have...
tall. Friel.
Freakishly tall, Todd Friel. We'd love to have Todd Friel on. That'd be
That would be based.
That'd be so fun.
Epic. He's pretty cool. I'd love to meet him. But anyway, so he what were we talking about that I was like,
We get so off track. I was going to talk about Bible versions.
oh, wait.
Because
no,
I was
that
talking
still
about
doesn't ring a
paper
bell.
Bibles. Oh, boy.
Todd Friel, like, really pronounces all of his words very well. Like, he's
He is very particular with the words he
Nevertheless.
chooses. Nevertheless.
Here's the matter.
And by the way, we're not mocking
No,
Todd
no,
Friel.
no. We think it's good.
We
Yeah.
have, yeah.
No, we would never mock Todd
It's
Friel.
it's really interesting. Like, even though he has a great vocabulary and great mind, he like can make it understandable. Same with James White. Sort of put it in our
True.
our language, so to speak.
Now, talking about versions of the Bible.
Yes.
Based.
Let's talk through some based versions.
Based gang. The based Bible version is, I just gotta say it, it's ESV.
No challenge. No challenge.
ESV.
English Standard Version.
English Standard Version. Now, here's the argument I hear a lot. Well, the English Standard Version doesn't capitalize the he and like the pronouns of God. I'm like, well, it requires me to do more studying on my part. No, I'm kidding. I actually don't like. I'm not even gonna say I'm like that good of a. Like, I study super in depth. I just kind of read it sometimes, but like, which isn't a good thing. I'm not saying that's a good thing. It's just kind of the way it is. But like, yeah. Let's just say
we like the ESV. It's the school I went to. Actually, we were required to have an ESV Bible.
Woo,
so I was like, wow, based
school. Do we want to talk about the school?
Yeah, probably shouldn't say the name of it though. just to be sure.
Yeah. Okay. Because like we don't want to do anything. Yeah, we don't want to throw anybody. Yeah, we just don't want to do anything nobody wants us to.
Since there's kids that go to the school, we probably don't want to.
True. Talk about them. But anyway, there's this school. That's a private school that Jacob went to. It's like a classic Christian.
Don't say where it is either.
No, I won't. But it's like a classic Christian education school.
Yes.
And they're like super based.
Yeah.
Lots of like reformed believers in it too. So like preach the gospel.
I just thought of that question we asked earlier in the podcast. Comment down below who you think was homeschooled.
Oh well, now you guys know
if you did comment it, good job.
Yeah, if you commented Harrison, you got it right.
Well, to be honest, I was homeschooled until 2nd grade, so
don't care.
Really, there's no right answer. Anyway.
So, but you should.
I'll tell about my experience there.
But like, hang on.
What am I hanging on to?
Rick, I forgot what I was gonna say. Gosh. Anyway. Oh yeah. So, are we just gonna call me Harry on the podcast? I hate saying that to myself, but like.
I just call you Harry.
Yeah, because I don't want to. Harrison's so long and
official.
Why did my parents name me that?
Harrison.
How's it going?
The son of Harry.
Jacob Ehrlich.
Oh.
Jacoby.
I don't like that. It's sort of moist.
That's definitely.
Oh boy.
Moist.
This is where we lose all of our listeners.
So, I want you guys to listen in.
Okay.
Because there's a certain listener right now that's probably listening. She likes the word moist. Moist.
Okay. Yeah, this is definitely going to want to get Dr. James White on our podcast.
Moist is a pretty epic word.
Anyway, I'll share my experience at my private Christian school. Before I attended there, I attended a charter school, which is apparently like, I don't know, something
bad at sports.
It's funded by the parents. It's not funded by the state. We don't get. It is funded slightly, but it wasn't funded.
True.
As much as a public school is. So, I went there till 11th grade. Then I decided to switch senior year to the private Christian school. And it was very eye-opening for the most part, because going from a very worldly school where everyone talks about dumb things all the time to only hearing about God things all the time, it definitely changes your brain. It rewires you to think more about God, which I thought was pretty epic.
I love God.
You love God?
God is so cool.
God loves you.
God is just my friend. God is my homie, honestly.
Ooh.
I better shut my mouth before I get struck by lightning.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the ceiling.
Okay. One thing I actually hate the most in life is stupid, you have the Instagram, typical Christianity back of t-shirts quotes. Jesus loves you. Jesus is my home
homie.
slice.
Yeah. Jesus should be your savior.
And
Not your home
Jesus
slice.
is your savior. Now, he does call you his friend in John 15. Like, we're not denying that.
Yes.
But that's different than a home slice.
Yeah.
That's like if you meet the president of the United States, you don't say, "What's up, home slice?"
Unless you're Kanye.
Well, okay, Kanye gets a pass on everything.
So true.
But like, you don't do that. That's just bad.
Show reverence where it is due.
True. And that's not to say like you can't have a normal-ish conversation with God. Like you can talk to him like he is your friend and like but I hate those typical Instagram posts, back a t-shirt, Christianity, garbage. You know what my favorite is?
What would that be?
God loves you.
The only thing I'll say about that is read Romans 9.
Okay, just read the whole Bible, really. Like
so true. But if you want a quick answer.
So I don't know what that was. We just heard a word. We just heard a weird noise.
Sounded like
Is that a drill?
a saw. Sounded like a handsaw.
Anyway. But yeah, there's like... Yeah, you just have those typical, you know, like... in like, even like taking verses out of context. But like, okay. Back to the like, God loves you thing. Like, okay. Yes, God is love. But it also says in Scripture that God, you know, has wrath, hates evildoers.
Mm-hmm.
So like it's not one or the other, it's both, you know?
Yes. You can't pick and choose.
Yeah, true. But anyway, enough about that.
We can go into that another time, maybe more.
I'm not even super versed on that,
Yeah.
so I don't want to claim to be or act like I am. So, but anyway, I do hate like the typical Jesus quote.
Just sort of the Jesus culture, where it's instead of being, you know, saved, you're rescued from your sin. It's about how popular the appearance of Christianity is. Instead of it being about, you know, bending the knee to God, it's about coffee and Jesus.
All I need is a little bit of coffee and Jesus. That's not even biblically accurate at all.
Just dive a little bit into Scripture, and then
all you need is Jesus. Actually.
We can talk about
that. There is no coffee in there. But anyway, enough about that.
Yes,
that's cringe.
Oh, cringe.
But yeah, so, man, this episode has kind of flown by, honestly.
Is it already gone? 53 minutes. Wow.
We got some time left. We don't want to make these like super long, but we also don't want to make them super short.
Yes,
if that makes sense.
I one of the things that I talked about about the length sort of was it's fun to listen to podcasts at work or while you're just doing mundane life tasks, even perhaps. True. So hopefully we can bring you some joy, some entertainment.
True. Like me and Jacob have a desk job,
yes,
and we work the same job, but. We both listen to a lot of podcasts, sermons, debates with Dr. James R. White.
Yes. Very epic.
Epic debates.
But yeah, listen to us while you're at work.
True. Listen to us while you're driving. If
you're at school studying even. Just not while your teacher's talking, hopefully.
Yeah, while your teacher's talking. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Like... Listen to us while you're in the middle of church.
While your wife and kids are screaming, just go down to the man cave.
And listen to the Based Boys podcast. Welcome to the Based Boys podcast. Is your wife annoying you?
Turn it up louder.
Are your kids annoying? Probably should listen to the Based Boys podcast.
Where based is our recipe. Is that Starbucks? I don't know what company says. Something is our recipe. Kindness is our recipe.
No, it's like... Is it a restaurant or is it like a food brand?
I have no idea. It could be Hamburger Helper for all I know.
Hamburger Helper.
Where kindness is your happiness.
Where plastic is our recipe.
I love having bits of plastic in my food. Okay, by the way, I want to talk about...
I hate plastic frozen foods.
Okay, anyway, I wanted to mention this. My brain, and I think your brain, is a little bit ADHD, so we definitely bounce around on topics really quickly. We'll have it more structured, I think, eventually, in later podcasts. We'll have more of a plan on what we're going to bring up, but like we said, it's going to be a flowing conversation, so if we do bounce around a little bit, that's to be expected. Hopefully you can keep track with us.
True. We kind of...
Nice.
Oh. Yeah, it's kind of hard for us to stay on one topic, or sit still, even.
Yeah.
We're very...
You probably hear all the... in the podcast, so...
That sounds a bit moist.
Oh, no. Yeah, we didn't even finish our topic about the versions of the Bible and which ones are...
Okay, well, what's to talk about? ESV is best. We all know this.
Yeah.
So. But honestly, the other thing is, I'm not even getting into, why any version is better.
Yeah.
Obviously, when we say ESV is best, that's just our personal bias.
It's
we're not saying it's
an objective fact.
That is our opinion.
It's an objective, factual opinion. For sure.
Dang, you got that objective opinion? You got that objective opinion, though?
So true.
Now,
if there's anything I have, it's objective opinions.
That's quite close to the microphone.
It is quite close. They can hear all the noise.
This is the fourth time they're clicking out of the podcast.
Noise.
Guys, don't stop listening. Okay, you got 2 or 3 minutes to go.
3 or so minutes left. You could make it.
Yeah. Don't stop listening now. Just get through.
We do want to sort of wrap it up, I think, around this time. We'll probably talk a while longer, even wrapping it up, though.
Probably. But, okay. I feel like this episode actually wasn't that bad.
Yeah, it wasn't. We weren't that stupid, I don't think.
I thought it was going to turn out a lot worse.
Yeah.
Oh, we could have been a lot more stupid. Okay, when I say we have the
minds... Don't
minds...
underestimate us.
When I say we have the minds of 2-year-olds?
6 or 7-year-olds, I'd say. They have a better grasp on true comedy.
True. Now...
We don't want to make a lot of poop and fart jokes, that's for sure.
Unless the occasion is correct.
Yes.
If we're spelling out something...
There's a time and place for everything. There's a time to talk about theology, and a time to talk about jokes. Among Us.
AMOGUS?
No.
AMOGUS?
I was trying to avoid
Sussy
talking about
imposter. Are you the imposter from AMOGUS?
What a way to wrap up the podcast.
Okay, guys, next time we're going to be streaming AMOGUS on our computers.
We're going to figure out who's the imposter.
Oh, my gosh, are you the imposter from AMOGUS?
I actually am not.
Red is the imposter from AMOGUS.
I did not vent.
That's Sussy Baka.
Oh.
Okay, here, let's talk about this for just a second, in all seriousness. We'll make it quick. Among Us was... I hate even saying it. Even saying it is cursed.
Among Us? The game.
Because it just sounds that way now. But, okay, so Among Us... There we go. Among Us was, actually a pretty good game.
I would say it's still a decent concept for a game.
But the only problem with it... Okay, so, the first problem, the reason I stopped playing it was, hackers, I feel like.
Oh, yeah.
Everything was being
when people figured out how they could hack into lobbies and stuff.
Freaking, 100 people in a lobby. That sucked. But anyway, so, that was a problem. And then...
it came back.
It's going through that process. It's it's dying, it's coming back, dying, coming back.
The memes get funny, and then they get unfunny again, and then it's
irony, post-irony, pre-irony.
Post-pre-irony. It just goes on forever.
But anyway, so, the thing that really ruined it was, I feel like one of the things was, the cringy YouTube videos.
Yeah.
Guys, I found the Among Us imposter in my bed. Watching Dixie D'Amelio? She's canceled, guys.
The imposter! He's watching James Charles!
Guys, James Charles is canceled. Why is the imposter from Among Us doing that?
Yeah.
Shout out to that guy. He's actually kind of funny, but...
Yeah, I will
those-
admit, I did watch some Among Us gameplay with some of the streamer. It was good, I think, when, like, PewDiePie played some.
But
It made for some funny moments while the game was popular. You can at least admit that.
some pog moments.
I wouldn't say that.
I would. I did.
Some large IQ.
Moments.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Oh, one thing I want to mention before we wrap up is eventually, possibly sooner than eventually, we want to have like bonus episodes where you can just pay $5 or so a month, not that much at all, to listen to a bonus podcast that we'll record, talk about more things, maybe have some more content, hopefully.
probably
more conversation.
better content, honestly, too.
Yeah. Just for people who do want to support us to upkeep the podcast and supply our energy drinks that we drink during the
And
episodes.
talkies, apparently.
Yes.
But yeah, that's... I don't know. All that's to say,
We thank you.
AMOGUS.
No.
We're
let's
going
not-
to
let's
play
not end it.
AMOGUS
Let's not
now.
end it cringe. Thank you for listening to the Based Boys podcast.
Episode 1, Base Boys.
Wrapping up. Give us a like.
Give us a follow.
a follow and a like.
Hit that bell. Smash that bell
Yep.
on Spotify, Apple Podcasts,
So you
wherever
know
you're
when all
listening.
of our podcasts come
So
out.
so you get notified. When we have it on YouTube, you can hit that subscribe button. Go follow us on
Right.
Instagram
At Based
at
Boys
Based Boys,
Podcast.
Based Boys Podcast. And honestly, we'll probably be on like TikTok soon and stuff like that, just for
Just to
promotion.
promote it.
Not that I really want to post anything on TikTok. It just kind of has to be done,
So true.
unfortunately.
Terrible, wicked age we live in.
True. But yeah, give us a follow. Make sure you shoot
Hit
us
us
a
up
message.
if you
Hit us
wanna-
up. If you think you're worthy enough to come on this show.
Yeah.
We're not even worthy to be on the show, honestly.
Yes.
That's how based it is.
Yeah, so true.
But yeah, hit us up.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening. And tell your friends. Share this everywhere.
Yes.
Let everybody know about the most based, the most epic podcast there is, the Base Boys podcast.
Mhm.
Wrapping up
Episode 1.
episode
complete.
1. We'll see you guys.
See
Well,
ya
You'll listen to us in the next episode.
next week.
Peace.